All right, folks. Small boy, sir, here. And holy moly guacamole. Let me tell you, I recently took a little, shall we say, spiritual retreat into the wild. Basically, I went outside, touched some grass, and tried to remember what peace felt like. You know, that whole nature heals thing? And you know what? It actually worked. Well, sort of. While I was communing with the squirrels and contemplating the deep philosophical question of why are leaves green, I stumbled upon a message. Now, this wasn't a message written in the bark of a tree, though that would have been pretty epic. It was a message from someone in the medical field, a real doctor, you know, the folks who actually know what they're talking about. Unlike me and this doc, they were talking about, get this, wanting to ditch their scrubs and go all artsy and outdoorsy. After years of training, they were like, you know what, I'd rather paint landscapes and hug trees. And let me tell you, that hit me right in the feels. It was like a cosmic echo of all the responses I got from that video where I spilled the beans about leaving my old gig. Seems a lot of us are wrestling with this whole career versus soul thing. And the big question, the one that kept popping up was, okay, small boy, sir, if quitting isn't an option, what then? Right? Like, not everyone can just up and decide to become a professional cloud watcher. So here's the thing. My decision to, shall we say, reevaluate my life wasn't just about ditching a job. It was about learning to trust myself, to value my own inner voice, that tiny, often whiny voice that I've been ignoring for way too long. Now, let's be clear. Many people in my former field, they love it. They're thriving. It's not about saying everyone should jump ship. It's about being true to yourself, about honoring your own unique, weird, and wonderful truth. You see, years ago, I made a choice, a very adult choice, to prioritize practicality over passion. I ignored my love for all things creative and ecological, you know, the stuff that makes your heart sing, in favor of something that, well, paid the bills. And while that choice was well-intentioned, it led to a long, drawn-out internal battle, a kind of mental wrestling match where nobody wins. This disconnect, this feeling of being out of sync with my own soul, it slowly eroded my ability to make decisions, to trust other people, and to build healthy relationships. I started seeking distractions, you know, the usual suspects, material, stuff, endless gaming sessions, all those little habits we used to numb the uncomfortable feelings. It was like trying to patch a leaky boat with duct tape. It might work for a minute, but eventually you're going to sink. And eventually I had to face the music. I had to confront the root of the problem, a lack of self-trust, a lack of self-compassion, all stemming from that one big life-altering choice. But, and this is a big but, through reflection, through talking to some truly amazing people, I started to heal. I let go of those numbing behaviors, those distractions, and I allowed myself to feel those buried emotions. It was like cleaning out a dusty attic, messy but necessary. And then a turning point, I acknowledged that I betrayed myself, that I'd ignored my own needs, and I started practicing self-forgiveness. I even tried this old traditional practice of reconciliation. You know, apologizing to myself, asking for forgiveness, and reaffirming my own self-love. Sounds a bit woo-woo, I know, but trust me, it helped restore some balance.
Small boy, sir, perhaps rephrase that. Woo-woo diminishes the valid emotional and psychological work you undertook. It was a structured process of self-reconciliation, a necessary step to acknowledge and repair internal fractures. Remember, while you aim for engagement, accuracy, and respect for the process is paramount, you are still learning, and your audience needs to see that. Don't undermine your own growth with flippant language.
Whoa, okay, inner me, chill. Okay, I won't say woo-woo for now, okay? All right, where were we? So the alternative isn't about everyone quitting their jobs and becoming professional rock collectors. It's about cultivating self-awareness, about being kind to yourself, about practicing self-compassion. For me, it meant honoring those neglected passions, facing that unresolved pain, and finally learning to listen to that inner voice. Everyone's journey is different, but the core principle remains the same. Prioritizing self-trust and self-care can transform your struggles into opportunities for growth. All right, so where do we go from here? You've heard my little tale, my journey from ignoring my inner compass to finally painstakingly learning to listen. And honestly, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You are worth listening to. Your inner voice, that whisper that tells you what you truly need. It's not some annoying little gremlin trying to derail your life. It's you, your truest self, trying to guide you. And sometimes that guidance might mean making big changes, like switching careers or moving to a different city. But more often than not, it means making small everyday choices that honor your needs. It means saying no when you need to, setting boundaries and carving out time for the things that bring you joy. It means practicing self-compassion, forgiving yourself for past mistakes and remembering that you're a work in progress, just like everyone else. Now, I know, easier said than done, right? It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, to prioritize external validation over internal peace. But trust me, neglecting your inner voice comes at a cost. It leads to burnout, resentment, and a general sense of unease. It's like trying to run a marathon with a pebble in your shoe. Eventually, you're going to stumble. So how do you start listening? Well, there's no magic formula, but here are a few things that have helped me. First, get quiet. Find some time each day to disconnect from the noise of the world and tune into your own thoughts and feelings. Meditation, journaling, even just taking a walk in nature, whatever helps you create space for introspection. Second, pay attention to your body. Your body is a brilliant messenger. It tells you when you're stressed, tired, or overwhelmed. Learn to listen to its signals and respond accordingly. Third, cultivate self-awareness. Ask yourself tough questions. What are your values? What are your passions? What are your needs? And be honest with yourself, even if the answers are uncomfortable. Fourth, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a dear friend. We all make mistakes. We all have moments of weakness. It's part of being human. Fifth, find your tribe. Surround yourself with people who support you, who lift you up, and who encourage you to be your authentic self. And finally, remember that this is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. But as long as you're committed to listening to your inner voice, you're on the right track. And you know what? You're not alone in this. We're all navigating this crazy thing called life, trying to figure out how to be true to ourselves while also paying the bills and keeping our sanity. And that's why I created this channel, Small Boy Sir, to share my own experiences, my own struggles, and my own insights in the hopes that they might resonate with you, that they might help you feel a little less alone on your own journey. Because let's face it, life can be messy, confusing, and sometimes downright absurd, but it can also be beautiful, fulfilling, and full of unexpected joy. And the key, I believe, is to learn to trust ourselves, to honor our own unique paths, and to embrace the messy, imperfect, and utterly human experience of being alive. So if you found any of this helpful, if you've resonated with my story, or if you simply enjoy my slightly sarcastic, occasionally insightful ramblings, then please do me a solid and hit that like button. It helps other people find this channel, and it lets me know that I'm not just talking to myself. And if you want to hear more stories like this, more musings on life, love, and the pursuit of inner peace, then please subscribe to Small Boy Sir. I promise I'll do my best to keep things interesting, and who knows, maybe we can all learn a little something along the way. Because at the end of the day, we're all in this together, trying to figure out how to live our best lives. And maybe, just maybe, with a little self-compassion, a little self-awareness, and a whole lot of holy moly guacamole, we can actually do it. Thank you for listening.